Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Successful Goodbars. And this topic was suggested to me by Jermaine Dimitri. He wanted me to address that issue about Goodbar types who become successful. Now, this one is brought to us by the Winning Circle Team. The Winning Circle Team is a growing management group that wants to mentor, grow, and expose small businesses, the youth community, and entrepreneurial individuals. So yeah, support them. Their link is in the description box. A bunch of young men doing some positive things. So definitely check them out. Get that nice looking shirt. You know, this one I'm up here posing in. Anyway, right? Successful Goodbars. Look, I gotta admit something, right? Because, you know, when you're talking about Goodbars, you're talking about the bad boys of players, womanizers, cads, alphas, whatever you want to say. I ain't gonna say alphas. People get in an argument about that, but we can accept that, you know, these guys are generally seen as the bad boys, right? And I you know, when I was younger, I had a bias because I was one of them. So, you know, the villain don't see himself as evil. The villain just sees himself actually as a hero and everything, right? So I ain't, you know, and I remember I made a statement. I did a presentation, and I said, yeah, Goodbars as a whole tend to be more successful than everybody else. Yeah, that was biased as shit. But, you know, you get older and you realize, you know, you stop being in denial about some things. Most dudes on that Goodbar thing ain't gonna do shit with their lives. Most. I'm just being real with it. I'm just being real. Most are going to get so caught up in fucking and everything. They'll be good if they can get a good room someplace, maybe, you know, a vehicle, and keep food in their belly. And then some of them kind of lose that mojo as they get older as well. So there's a lot to it. That being said, there's still plenty of Goodbar types that end up becoming successful, even keeping their lifestyle up until they die. You know, me in their 70s and 80s got about 12 women. I remember I met this older brother at this gym I used to work at. Said something about his girlfriend. Dude was like, which one? This dude was a thorough older dude. Had a little bit of gray temples and everything. Talking about, yeah, 12 girlfriends. And you look at him, you like, yeah, because this dude got down in the weight room. He had a total GQ look and everything, right? And, you know, knowing the gym's prices, and since I did sales there, dude had money. But you get those dudes like that. See, the key for a Goodbar, a bad boy, a player, womanizer, is to turn those same skills that they use to get women into business. See, there's like several things that a Goodbar type can get into. I'm just going to name maybe 3 in this podcast, right? One is sales. Like, I know about 3 or 4 straight up Goodbar get women, and they range in age and race. Because I can think of 3 now. 2 of them one's an older brother, one's a younger brother, one's a white guy. All of them in some type of sales, all of them making big money. Like, the brother's still up and coming, the younger one's still up and coming, right? The older one got a $500,000 house. Like, you got to walk the acres at his place. And the white guy, he just bought a big 4-bedroom place with a big old swimming pool, like a big old place, and paid cash for most of it. But they all on some player thing, but they all in sales. I'm going to tell you what, and they said this in Think and Grow Rich. You know, Napoleon Hill talked about this master sales trainer. He said one of the things he looked for was sexual energy in a man, because those make the most efficient salesmen. And if you go in anything retail, you get that player type who can work in retail, work in car sales, even work in real estate. They usually make a lot of money. They make a lot of money because they turn in that same energy. See, the energy that affects the women sexually, especially since women tend to choose men based on sex, even for some casual thing, you know. Even for something casual, they going to choose them based on sex. And then that same energy, the way it affects a man, it just feels like charisma. Like, yeah, this a cool dude, right? And that's not absolute, because I know there's always one person that get in the comments and want to say, well, not this. Dude, come on, y'all. Use some common sense. Anyway, right? Sales. That's one basic area. Like, say all sales are, because I've worked at sales. All sales are is establishing a relationship. So if you can establish a relationship with people, like a man who can usually establish good relationships with women, and then, you know, at least cooperative relationships with men where they're not trying to stab them in the back, that dude can make money. Because the best salespeople are just friendly people, period. Right? So that's one way they can become successful. Another way is where businesses where charisma can make a difference. Like one particular area is like any event planning and stuff. Like now, this ain't about a dude, but I know this sister that's in my area, right? Me and her have talked about putting events on forever. And I still got to catch up with her. I still got to catch up with her. There's some complications there. I put it like that. You know, her dude isn't as friendly to other dudes being around his woman. Even though I'm thinking, dude, you can make a lot of money. She knows who to come home to, right? But anyway, right? A dude with that same energy. You got some dude who got all the women following him, got all the friends on social media. That dude say party, right? They say, look, I'm going to put together a party. He'll get a bunch of women up there, right? A bunch of women to show up, do their thing. But then the guys will come up there following the women, because despite what guys on social media is saying, most are going to be, you tell a group of guys there's going to be some fine women gathered at this one place, they're going to come. So that type of guy, he can make money. And I've known dudes who do that. They just got mad charisma like that. They give parties. They get it full. I know some now, right? And then you got one thing. We talk about the Instagram models and the women, the booty women on there, but there's a lot of dudes on there making money too. You know, a lot of them might, you know, just have their shirts off or something, but then you got some just like modeling like some fly ass clothes. You know, that's the same energy. That's the same energy to make money. So it's like you get some dudes who, yeah, they get caught up. They get caught up in chasing a woman. They get caught up going from hole to hole, and you know, but basically not getting anything else done. That's a big danger. That's the only thing, especially when you're young. There's a lot of shit you couldn't have done. Like, I'm gonna be real. Ron probably could have been a millionaire by the age of 30, but chasing too much pussy. I'm just being real. I'm telling y'all so y'all don't do the same thing. Chasing too much. I look back at it. I was like, damn, I could have been a millionaire at 30. You know? Now, it's just going to take a little bit longer now. Like, living well now, but I look back at it. I was like, damn. The pussy was fun, but only thing I got to show for it is experience. So I try to pass that on. But, yeah. Usually with some of these successful good bar types, they just settle down a bit. You know, even if they still chase, you know what, they get married or a steady girlfriend, maybe chase a woman here and there, you know, whatnot, but they don't chase as much. Like, I remember another brother and stuff, man. That dude said one time, you know, he used to be like 20 a year. Then he decided he wanted to get a PhD and stuff. He dropped it down to 4, was able to do something. You get some guys, they just get tired of the game like that, right? So when they start converting, unless they have a major illness or something, they convert that energy, they can put it into other things. And if people who really follow me, follow all my channels, know that I talk a lot about that sex transmutation, because I've seen how it work. And you got a lot of guys, you got some cats out there who want to say, you know what, I want to do a little bit more. So they're going to be successful. They're going to have the sex appeal, but then they're going to have the money too. And they still going to get women coming for them, but they also have to have a little bit of discipline, because that's like the ultimate for a woman. Think about it. A dude who got sex appeal and money. Even though I just did something on, you know, it's not just money. Trust me, money is in there still. It's not just money to do. Hey, look, think about, fellas, think about it like this. If you a dude, you can sling that good dick and then keep the bills paid. Shit, that woman, she in high heaven. And I've seen some women deal with that type of dude. They'll share. I know a couple dudes on some polygamy thing. Got the two women, they just cool. They cool with each other. Because they shit. It's like, damn, it's hard to find that. So, you know, that's how you have to roll. Yeah, there's some successful players, bad guys, whatever out there. You know, they say they reform, but you know what? No, it's kind of like, I mean, and it's a crude analogy, but it's a apt analogy. You don't want to, it's like saying you used to be an alcoholic, but now you stopped. It's like, no, you just haven't taken a drink. And it's like this dude told me one time. He said, Rom, you never stop being a player. You know, you might not chase as much. You might chill, but the skills never disappear. And somebody even said that to me. They heard me talking to a woman. I was trying to sell her some books and stuff. And he say, oh, yeah, I hear that, player. But it is what it is, man. I'm not, you know, I am what I am. And I know some people try to detract from that, but I'm like, shit, I ain't going to lie to myself, you know. So anyway, right? Yeah. That's how successful, well, examples of how successful Goodbars roll really can get into any business they want, you know, as long as they exercise some discipline over their own nature. So anyway, right? That's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.